either low muntu loyo, or if ever anga-influence and uyakutshela ukuthi hey siyenza kanje, and you have no power over it. And then also like the emotional abuse that those people get in fact. It's not nice, dog. Like umuntu uyabona umuntu bakhulume naye kabuhlungu mfethu. Sometimes even in front of your friends or your family, sometimes
even physical,
so do you think it's usually wise, because I've seen a lot of guys lately ukuthi into abayenzayo now is like baya videorizer during the deed. I don't know if you know about that. But a lot of people would usually videorize, either also share camera on while the deed is happening, or yabona maybe kuzoba ne consent ukuthi let's videorize ourselves, yabona.
Girl feels violated, and we can't say she doesn't feel like that, because it is an actual feeling that she has. Ukuthi vele I feel violated, I feel ukuthi ngivusele that trauma naleyo. There's things that she's feeling vele zingekho kurena. I understand. But guy on the other end, yena, it wasn't his intention. I'm not going to buy a fan.
I cooperate on another level, fun. I'm on to especially I'm a portrait work.
Isn't it too low?
Is
it fine?
For me, no, it's sharp.
Oh, as long as it's I'm fit.
Yeah, that's why we just level. I need to if it's too low. So it's fine.
My sharp, all right.
Okay.
I'll cooperate, fun.
We am voom.
I am voom. It's just it's expensive.
Yeah.
Hey, you have to ramfana.
Malini, maybe let's say a sleeve.
He charges per hour.
Per hour?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Maybe let's say you want a half sleeve, or maybe half sleeve. Either way, arm or ridings, upper sleeve or lower sleeve. You can pay up to 5K.
Which is not bad, as Mvana. I'm thinking, what's in down? You know what you us in the hood. Matatu they're very cheap. Than if you go out. But charge about 20-something thousand.
20,000.
Yeah, and they are in business. They do dope stuff. Ngobang another ichimini amindotang. Nogbona ama matatu ngbon wow. Like it wouldn't be a thing where I would think about doing because of the complexity of that tattoo. Marumta I keep a vele.
Yeah.
Straight, be fresh, huh?
Yeah.
So, usazoyenza tattoo futhi.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not done.
Definitely, I'm not done with it.
Yeah.
I'm not done. I was actually due for one. I'm postponing it, man. And I don't even have a real reason why. I think you look busy. On my weekend, you're always doing this and that. And yeah, but I actually wanted one. Even have the design. For I check
the what?
The phone vibrate.
Yeah.
Singile. And the only thing nje is I just have to show up, and it's not gonna cost a lot ukuthi ngiyenze leyo tattoo leyo.
Yeah.
Yabona. If it's not even a big tattoo nje.
How many tattoos do you have already?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4?
Tattoos. Yeah.
Maybe I've got like 12, 14.
Yeah.
I usually give
Yeah,
like,
I'll
your whole,
take throw it.
like you use a whole canvas, man. Like,
Yeah, but
then
see,
like when you guys,
Queen.
museum.
Hey, but
actually, but we don't hang our art, we wear ours.
but expression. And then you find people when they try to make you feel ridiculous for having a tattoo. And then umuntu wakhona ukuthi hey awudrawishanga enough esikolweni.
I was actually you're not gonna go to heaven because you've got tattoos and things like that.
You know, funny enough, when I was a lot younger, in my teens, ngakabi nama tattoo, I used to think like that as well.
That you're gonna go to hell.
Umzimba wakho, you won't go to heaven. Ngoba unama tattoo, bosha umzimba kaNkulunkulu, what not. Years go by, I'm like, I fuck it.
It's BS.
uNkulunkulu uzongiforgiva. Yeah.
Warriors, my boy. Warriors wear tattoos. When they used to go to battle, they used to do all these marks and symbols to symbolize strength.
Yeah.
Yabo. So yeah. But anyway, it is Junte Abafetu, yabo. So show Abafetu. Welcome to another episode of It Is What It Is. We are coming to you live from Ekoneni, Fosloras, the place to be in J. The most Ntwembu place in Foslo. And I'm with my homeboy. Soap lava, Jemda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to swallow my words, Mvana. Pirates took the league. Yeah, man. I didn't think Yazi, quite honestly, it's gonna be this way. But now it surprised all of us and it took the lead.
It was a journey, Mvana. Yabona. Some of us at some point didn't feel like it's so win a league. Yabona. Yo, begunzima because with sometimes draw lama match lawa and then we have a point machine, Sundowns, which couldn't stop like winning. Yabona. It was tough. Yabona. It has been a tough season. Lamlelo nje TX Galaxy ne Kaizer Chiefs. Begs consideration.
Mara, then now people are saying the last game, that Orbit College, but it was Baltimore. Given that my own goal, to a goalkeeper literally punching the ball into the net. Bash good brown envelope. Seeing even that the players were smiling afterwards. It's sort of like I did a great job there. What?
I don't think we were. Well, it looks like that, honestly, Mfana. It looks like that. But what I can say is, a pressure, my mistakes. It's not entirely because those own goals were on purpose. The pressure that were exerted on those players. Bekumele bayenza ama mistakes and basikwaze ngomkhonto wabo will take the win, we are happy. Bengila izolo.
Like
it was insane, Mfana.
Yeah.
I think this is the best place to watch soccer.
Yeah.
Since nje yabona the place baqala nje ukuyenza ama screening webhola. I think eForce nje this is the best place. The crowd it becomes insane. The last time I came here on a big match, so it would derby.
Yeah.
Yo, Mfana.
It was great.
It's always insane, yes, Bale.
Yeah, because I'm also not much into soccer that much, and whenever I'm here, it's quite enjoyable, watching the game from here. Even as a person who doesn't watch soccer or follow soccer,
I always just say what they did with the place, which looks amazing now, and the privilege to watch soccer. It's something that has always been the thing missing. We don't have sports bars like your suburb areas. La guna a normal sports bar, guna ma TV nan. Abasinikeza that privilege to come here and watch soccer, sibe baningi, you know, my friends with Kaizer Chiefs, my friends with Pirates, even if we are still playing orbit,
Or college.
we still had some Kaizer Chiefs people. Maqala kuyenzeka mistake, my cishe ikora orbit. There was once la bacishe bakora khona. Yo, Mvana, the Chiefs bezijabulile. Just that a feeling in Mfana. This place gives you the greatest feeling, Maui. And I want to see what's going to happen in the World Cup because at least we have something else going on in the World Cup. The leagues, it's the World Cup, and then hopefully next season we can take it again.
When is the World Cup, coach?
It starts in June. I think June 11.
June as in like...
Yeah.
I'm not as uncle informed about all these things, and things like that.
So
Yeah, I used to play soccer as well.
Yeah.
When I was young, yabo. So it's just that there's just a lot of things to worry about. And I noticed maybe the reason I don't like soccer is that there's some type of emotion that you get from watching it, and it's some sort of worry and. I feel like I've got a lot to worry about in this lifetime, I'm stress. So if I hear it's okay, the team won, okay, I'll watch the highlights. If I hear Guti the team lost, then I'm just gonna let it come on this year and out the other one.
It's an emotional sport.
Yeah.
Because I won't lie, at some point when we were drawing a game, I didn't feel good. You don't want to go out, you don't want to go see people because man, you ask good. But I think also that's the beauty of the sports because it's niggas are something to talk about. I think it would be incredibly boring for men at large because it's mostly men that are sports are soccer fans.
Competitive nature of men, yeah.
Sundowns or Sundowns winning next. By the way, they're playing ECAF today, so we have to support them. At least now we've got 3 already, so we are here.
So what do you think about witchcraft and soccer? Because I've seen clips on the internet, videos of players about Tilapana on the sports field and things of that sort. Does that work? Is it a thing? Or is it a must? Or it's like Kambad when it comes to those type of things?
I think in the corner, we would sometimes watch these football podcasts and some of the old legends of football banokufika la and nabo baya confess ukuthi in the corner umuthi ediskini mfethu I think in the corner but ukuthi it works angazi mfana maybe kuya ngokuthi baye kweyiphi inyanga yabona fuck if I know bro but I think it's something that works. It's just that I believe corner you find probably a huge team like Pirates vele Tologuti vele Moyo Stadium vele you actually see it vele
really
in a pitch inspection balok bathela some white things lapha yabona ama player yabona monga stadium they do it live like akusasena into emangazayo uyabona nani mina especially ufike uyabona nani balok bayathela lapha ama player athela secretly yabona and then you find ukuthi team yakho namacede yadliwa and then you like uyacabanga ukuthi okay is it ukuthi lenye team iphethe umuntu strong or is it because the other team was actually better than the team that lost you'd never know but into ekhona ukuthi it works kwazibona I think maybe makungaba nomuntu yabona informed kakhulu ngalezi zinto thina we are just speaking from a general
and speaking about that it makes me think of the story is it from this week or last week about the lady about Nentlantla Khoza if I can remember her name correctly where she like turned into a granny. Like she's like a 31-year-old magogo, bro. That one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw that story. It's been trending, been seeing it all over social media and things like that. Yeah, bro. So angazi uyayibona yena. That thing.
Ngiyibonile ne. I didn't follow the whole story, but I'm ban. Witchcraft. Ndaba yazi Mvana namantombazane awamameli man, and it's always these guys from Africa abahlale bafika ngezinto, these supernatural stuff eziyabona ezikanje. Years, I think it must have been 5 or 7 years, unalo omunye bekaphuma ibungu la ngaphansi because uyabona.
Damn.
So it's always these guys laba babuya ngada eAfrica. And
But then again, on this case, I don't know why everybody has the misconception that it's a person from Africa and things like that, because the person that she was talking about is a guy from Limpopo. Kamalaka Utunga to Khumutso. Yeah, a guy from Limpopo, a South African guy.
Like, I don't know, mhlambe ngifunde into wrong or ngibona into wrong.
So basically, what I did, I saw the actual video when she was talking. Okay.
Yeah.
So what she says is that she was working with this guy, and then when they were working, the guy is like Sutu, from what she says, and I'm paraphrasing. She's like Sutu, but he comes from, he's a Sutu from Limpopo, came to KZN for work. The guy has a wife, not a wife, like a baby mama with 2 kids, but they broke up. And then he told the girl, since I broke up with my baby mama, I'm looking for something new, a new relationship. So now girl think she was moving on from a past relationship, and then she was like, okay, let's try the relationship. Only to find out, guy, bekade angikushaya 1-0. Fika wamshaya nje nge-1-0 waphuma kanje wamshaya ngebhoma yabo into ezinja. And then after they like smashed, then she started feeling sick, yabo. And then wagula and things like that. And then the guy just ignored her, vele, never spoke to her again. Vele, like literally mshaya nge-1-0 yabo. And then after she started feeling sick, and then she left the job.
Yeah.
And then wayohlala with her mother in Makaya, and then she started deteriorating and things like that. So I don't know, Guti. I think the thing, Guti, it's a guy from Africa and things like that. I don't know where that came from. But I heard it like straight from her. She was narrating the story.
Okay.
Guti, it's not a guy from Africa.
Okay, before I answer that, let me apologize guys. Singaqedi episode
To our African brothers.
Let me offer an apology. I insinuated it's an African person.
No, I think everybody thinks so. I don't know.
That's why
a lot of places. That's what I thought. It's a guy from Africa who did this about Kantinixi out Limpopo.
Yeah.
And now Ugeli Futi, she spoke about the fact that she went to.
And guys, we are also from Africa as well.
We are like those people from.
But you know what we mean, Masite Africa. It's
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing will be like, but aren't you guys from Africa as well?
we are. But you know what we mean.
You know the same thing.
I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, but the same thing, it happens in KZN.
Yeah.
So if you come across some people from Durban, and then you say, no, you live in KZN, they're like, no, I live in Durban. So it's sort of like they say, Durban is not in KZN, and it is there.
Yeah.
So, but I get you. Yeah. But it doesn't feel like Vele.
Yeah.
So you're saying, I think I disturbed your train of thought.
Yeah. So ngicela ukubuza. So makagula kanje lo baby lo, was it like a thing eyenzeke over time, or was it like ugule for a short space of time, the next minute viti seka ugogo?
No, I think it was a thing over time, but ngoba uyahamba, she like went to a lot of places, saw a lot of people, went to the doctors, and even went to see people traditionally. So doctors told her that it's her DNA is sort of like messed up in a way.
Oh, Benjamin Button le.
Yeah, I know the movie. I also thought about that movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Ukeli, her DNA got messed up, and then she got, I think it's called e-web now, or is it e-web now, or e-weber, which is that thing that attacks your DNA, and then it makes you age quicker. Because there are some other cases where like you find a 16-year-old who looks like she's like 30 something and things like that. So it's an actual thing that is rare that can happen. And Ukel also went to see about traditional healers, people, and then they said there's another thing, I don't know, by Bizile Ngakama, I forgot what the name is. And then but a lot of people insinuated Uguti or told her that it's the relationship that she had with that guy that actually caused this thing. So but we told it up. So apparently they saying Uguti, the guy, I mean the guy's wife is the one that did something to the guy, and the thing that she gave the guy is something that she got from outside the country, Temazweni. I don't know in these African countries, yeah. But then, yeah, she got it through the guy. Because even the girl said, Uguti, he told me that he doesn't have a person, like he's single. And then after he actually got what he wanted from me, then I saw pictures of him with his kids and the lady, meaning they were still together with the lady and at all. So now they're saying that the lady that he's in a relationship did something to the guy, and then when the guy slept with this girl, then that thing came to that girl, and then she started being the way she is.
Manje, what I'm asking myself now is whatever this thing is, maybe we can't use medical terms or whatnot because this is African magic.
But then there are other cases of the same thing happening not to African people. There's like the one that I saw, I think the girl was like white. Lona 16, but she looks like she aged like drastically from age 13 to 16, and she looks very old. And she has the same thing, and she wasn't a black person.
You know what I mean? Lentole it trigger something obviously abayenzile. That's why I'm saying it's black magic.
Okay, I'll play that devil's advocate as well. Why is it that maybe it's that girl alone? Maybe the guy, because he didn't just sleep with his wife, because Yabo Rangati is a F-boy. I'm single just to get into their sheets. So we are more ukuthi nje undana shuthi ilama F-boy abhedayo and ngathi umshayi uyadabula. Why bangaba bogogo bonke? Why is she the only one who's turning into a granny and the other ones maybe they are still fine? Because you know how things are, especially in social media. If it happens ukuthi one comes up and then abanye nabo they'll raise their heads. No, I know that guy, he did the same thing to me. Look at me, I'm a granny as well. I'm a granny as well. But we only seen one granny. There's no other grannies that we've seen as yet. Yabon.
Eish, Vana angazi yabona mawibeka kanjalo. Honestly, angazi, and it makes sense to ukuthi uyicabange kanjalo because obviously if umshaye wesinqa umjita, there would have been more cases, yabona. Ukuthi why kuwe yayiwani, I don't know, mhlambe wife umfakele something lezo, or it could happen ukuthi uchirekdale bamkhuza ngaye ukelo wathi yazini lo ngizambonisa amasimba wavele washaya ugeli ngento zakhona. We don't know. Honestly, it's something mhlambe yena ikhulumayo, but we can only speculate ukuthi kuyenzakaleni. Yabona in the background, what did they made them do, or if ever kungasi out emenze kanjalo imede yakhe yenzini, because we do hear a lot of stories of imede ziteshi out zakhe or yabona kunochera hlala mkhuza ngaye, and then the next thing yabona lo cherry lo uyofakela lo muntu lo yilwani nani. There's a guy on TikTok who like talks about those stories nje kakhulu. So on this one, we can never really be too sure.
A famous one that I've always been seeing is when a guy is dating a girl and then the girl maybe does something and then the guy, when he goes out to cheat, then the girl he's cheating with uvela mapimple ebusweni, then it's like she has a very bad acne. Yabona? And then beka emntwini, they say no bakushaya ngesichitho, the guy you were doing whatever with and things like that. Yabo? Because even girls bayakhuzana ndoda. Girls, you know, when you're chilling with girls, they'll tell you ukuthi, dude, abo cheri basile la ngaphandle. Women will tell you that ukuthi abo girl basile la ngaphandle, they do these things and dezinjalo. Yabona? Meaning vele ukuthi they do these things. Because there's even people like abo Gogo Maweni. They make a lot of money and into abadila ngazo kakhulu yini, it's these type of things. Yabona? There's a market for it. That can make you rich off of your own. Yabo? So yeah, man.
Just for for mina nje I think umsangano nje lento le ukuthi ungaze uqede life yomuntu omthakathe, umuntu life yakhe ibe in the worst condition just for omunye umuntu. Just go find another person. Like,
it's crazy, my dog. Ukuthi, you know, for women, bruh, for the fact that they go to those type of lengths to actually keep a guy and to actually like be with a guy and even having that market, it just shows ukuthi to good men are very scarce. Yabo? And then now, if as a woman you find a guy, bruh, who's willing to now, they do everything in their power to keep that thing because they know ukuthi once this guy achieved that vibe, it's done. It's chai, my dog.
but then mawuzomfakela lezi zinto ezi-snacks ilwani lezi, don't you think ukuthi now you are actually tainting what you actually love and turning it into something ekungasilebo uyithanda? For me now, it doesn't make sense for someone. If we amthanda umuntu and yabona ngizokhoda DMX, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it's not, fuck it, you'll never know.
Yeah, no, but unfortunately, a lot of guys don't have that sense of abundance.
Yeah.
No, asikhuluma ngabucheri. Amachita, you know, abundance ikhona because baningi abucheri.
Dude, imagine being with someone, ne? This someone unawe next to you, and you know they're only here with you because you did something to them. They don't love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just a crazy thing. And I don't know how, as a person, you'd be happy to be in that situation. It's like, do you want to be with someone that desperately enough you can even do that thing? Like, young understand? It's just so crazy. For me, I don't think they're okay upstairs. I think there's something majorly wrong. As people, I think they are low vibrational beings. Since we were discussing them last week.
What do you think?
So we're still talking about women, right?
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah.
So it's the women who are doing something to guys. You know what, man? It's like that dopamine effect, man. Like, it's okay. To give an example, I'm gonna use the guy example, right? With guys, let's say guys and porn. I mean, a guy will watch porn knowing it's not real, but they still do it, right?
Yeah.
Because of that immediate result it gives them. So I feel like even women, we can't write off that they may also have a sense of, as long as it's here, and whatever feelings I come with, the feeling of security, feeling of at least there's somebody here, that's enough for them to still keep doing it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, people can call it being sick, you can call it tobacco right, but it's a need that's being met, a void that's been filled. Unfortunately, how they go about filling that void is a messed up part.
But the thing is, that person, they cease to be the person you like. Oh, well, have you ever like met someone who you or
The one that you know, I know him as well. I've chilled with him.
I wasn't referencing to that, but yes, since it's now.
I know. Actually, are you referencing from that? Or are you referencing
Obviously,
from...
it's not him alone, but two other people.
okay.
Yeah, but
Okay, for somebody who maybe I may not be aware, what are the signs?
eish mfethu ngifila ngathi so uyamsaba lo muntu lona yabona
Okay.
ujola naye yamsaba suddenly sekane power over wena yabona it feels like iwili yakho is lost to them because now it looks like you can't make your own decision as a person yabona every decision oyenzayo has to be influenced by either lo muntu loyo or if ever angayi-influence yena uyakutshela ukuthi hey siyenza kanje and you have no power over it and then also like the emotional abuse that those people get mfethu yabona it's not nice dog like umuntu uyabona umuntu bakhulume naye kabuhlungu mfethu sometimes even in front of your friends or your family sometimes bayakushy
even physical,
yabona it's not a nice thing to watch
I remember.
you are
I
not
remember
the
if you
person
touched
that person fell in love with anymore because manje sekayatithiza lo muntu lona yabona
Yeah, because the craziest thing, Nakhona, ukuthi you do this, you have this person, and then you mistreat that person. Yabo ukuthi it's sick nje. The way nje uzomtreata ngakhona lo muntu loyo. So it's like you making them embuzi so that you can mistreat them, basha knowing that they're not gonna go anywhere.
Eish,
Bruh, yabo. That's just
No, I was saying that I remember when we spoke to Refilwe and you actually asked a similar question, and she kind of gave her perspective from a traditional healer perspective, I guess, go to actually like somebody's soul, it's actually being affected through that process of uklisi or whatever the case may be. So it's a very difficult thing, even though on the outside, like those are the outcomes that you spoke about. But also spiritually, it just does something to you.
Obviously, you can't be okay, bruh. I don't know. Do you become okay after such a thing? Maybe let's say you go eat amafuta with crocodile and you have baklanzise and things of that nature. Do you become okay? Do you go back to normal?
I think they do go back to normal. Referencing to when I'm my friend is gonna kill me. So but yeah, it's fine. I mean, yeah. But they do become normal. Well, at least the two people that I closely know, they yabona bae baba normally and yabona they living their best lives right now. It's just mina uyangikwatisa umuntu mfethu ongafuni into natural yabona. Yabona nami nje I always hate into engekho natural. Umuntu makangakuthandi uyamuzwa mfethu. There's no reason ukuthi manje ungafoster into or umfakele intando ukuthi akuthande. Yabona. It almost feels grapish nyana nje ukuthi manje lo muntu lo influencer nge supernatural magic ukuthi akunikeza into oyifunayo. How would you feel good about that? Dog ukuthi manje awuyanga wena naturally yabona wakuthanda naturally yabona and those feelings are actually genuine or are influencing something and of which into yakhona umuntu makangathi simthathe sitasify sephinvili siyodla inyama yengwe uyosihlanzela lapha sihleke thina sithi ndoda but they do become normal. It's just Mvana. I don't respect umuntu ozitshela ukuthi hey what the fuck is this a bee yo funa ukungiveza mawathwathi yabona
Yeah.
mfethu like why wouldn't you want something natural yazi kumnandi kanjani mfethu ukuthandwa because of uwe yabona ukuthandwa because you know, maybe you exist in that person's life.
But then if you find out that the person you are with did that to you, what then?
Mfana is child mfethu. Awuzodlalelana.
No matter how much you love them,
It's child. Clearly, if ever bengimthanda ngaleyo ndlela leyo and it's influenced by something else, then why am I still staying? Ngihlalelani lapho, like yabona. Uzomthemba kanjani umuntu wakhona in the future, because if angakwazi ukufakela intando, that means that there's more that that person can do to you.
if your friend is in that situation, but he's happy, you've never seen your friend this happy in his life, and then look at Lord Naomi's at this thing, treating him like a king, like you can see Guti now he's happy, but then you know Guti, the happiness that he's feeling comes from this thing. Yabon.
Yeah.
So now would you burst this bubble? Guti, maybe let's say Abuele, the back to normal that he goes to is misery. Yabon. But now, the thing that they did to him, it's happiness, the only happiness that he's ever experienced.
Trust me, mina ngiyaringa mina. Angifuna abantu badlale ngabangani bami mfethu or people that I love. Mina ngitshela or ngizovele ngimthathe nje ngiyomisa le yadlingo iphume lento le tshele ngite wena if ever nizothandana thandana natural. Me, I'm not the guy ozothi mfethu umuntu kuyenza something ngizothula. Hayi, trust me, my friends know me.
Can I ask, have you seen the movie The Matrix?
Yeah.
Right? And like what she's asking, it's actually weird because it relates a lot to that movie. Because obviously the whole concept is that we live in the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Everything is fake, but we are happy. And I remember, do you remember the guy who portrayed them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cypher.
yeah.
And the reason why he portrayed them is because he was like,
he wants to be in delusion.
right? They say like ignorance is bliss. So which means he rather live a life that made him happy, even though it might not be real. But you know, the ignorance part is what made it worthwhile.
He even told them, Guti, I want to be a rich guy. I want to be that. Yeah.
I want to be an actor, you know. So I guess it alludes to what you're asking. Because ideally, that's where he would be, right? He'd be like, you know what? Ignorance, I'd rather be ignorant, and whether it's real or not, but how I'm feeling about it,
it's cool.
It's where I am.
And then when blue pill or red pill.
Yeah, he's more fierce. Yeah.
I'd give him shove down the red pill,
but I'm not
down his throat.
I'm not gonna sit there and watch something.
More fierce is it?
Hey, I'm shot like a red pill.
I'm not gonna sit there and watch that happen, dog. Mina angeke
You're gonna unplug him.
Yeah, mina ngizoringa mfethu. Mina trust me, dog. I want a lot of people that know me know this guy.
Yeah,
and some they hate you for it, ne? And some they hate you for it.
Yeah, they do, but as long as was ivar, mina ngisana inking. No more ngizonda ngijelile ivar. I'll go on about my life. If maybe you continue, just fucking do it over there so the thing I bone because I am gonna say something.
Yeah.
And I don't mind saying something all the time until you hate me, vel. But it's the truth. Or also tulelani mfethu. It's like mfethu maybe let's say kunecheri ozwana nayo. Ngiyayibona naye la ikonini bayibambile strong ngabizana nomuntu ini and yabona because ngisaba ukuzisa ubhlungu kumele ngithule yabona
you talk
mina ngifonela ngibabhekile kanje ngithi intwana ukuphi naba bala anginamsebenzi mina mfethu if you have to hate me for that then so be it.
Ivar lona nama I believe in the truth so much. Igcine sokumele lirenga vethu.
Mfethu
we have to talk the truth. And then something that I'm thinking of futhi manje, the story that just popped up in my head is the story I think the girl is Nirvana. Nirvana no Bonko.
Yeah.
Where now they were on set like they were acting, doing a scene. And then kuyo lo scene leo, it was a grape scene. And then Ugelo feel violated based on the acting that they were doing on that scene. And now Ugeli has took it far as going to social media and saying ukuthi she was violated. Untwana violated her khona lapho. And yeah, so Maufuna a written apology from the guy. But the guy's like, no, there's no wrongdoing. Even the production, the scene, even how that happened, there's no foul play. But girl, she feels as though she was violated khona lapho. So, yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that debate. Ne? We were talking about it, no Silo, on the way here.
Yeah.
And I don't know the full story, obviously. So I'm like ukungena into details. But one thing that I picked up is why has she been like quiet for so long? Apparently there was a case which was court or
No, it was investigated
It was,
by the
yeah.
production company, by all parties involved, even like the intimacy coaches. Everybody who was involved in the whole situation had a kind of an investigation. So I did read, once she'd mentioned that she was not happy with what happened, they stopped production. They kind of had an intervention of sorts where they spoke to the parties who were involved. They had an investigation in terms of the production company had to review everything. They spoke to the people on set like during the incident, and nobody has said, or they kind of say, oh, no, something
Foul
was
play.
wrong, whatever the case may be. So it's a very, and unfortunately because the way she puts it, it makes it seem worse than when you actually do the follow story, right? Because I mean, like the thing about people who don't understand that rape does fall under sexual harassment. But then also, if somebody feels like you touch them inappropriately, that could also fall under sexual harassment. But automatically, when we hear sexual harassment, we think of right. So I think that's why sometimes now he had to kind of put in a whole statement on social media. Actually, like he even stated like the steps that were taken, what happened, and
this thing, bro. And I think this is where a lot of guys and sadly, this one I think it's a bit unfair because they were working. You understand? So imagine it like this, nah? This guy, we know this guy. We've seen him on TV and things of that nature, right? And then, bigger actor, he does do those scenes where they smash each other and things like that. And then he knows that whenever we're doing this scene, there's one coaches and things like that. He knows where he puts himself, like bigger actor, like keep that thing that in him that makes him make that scene good. Maybe he does it to like 10, like there's 10 scenes that he did maybe in his life with the same energy that he did, and then they were fine. And then come the 11th scene, maybe the 11th time that he's doing it with this woman. And now you find this woman, maybe she doesn't have any experience with this scene and she has trauma where she was violated someplace else, because there's a tweet that she posted the next time a guy does maybe something similar or of that sort, like there's gonna be hell to pay. So it was sort of like, I'm gonna make you feel now here comes this girl, and then now this guy knows, okay, I'm at work, we are acting, I have this energy. And then he does the same thing, this girl, and then this girl, then because she's been violated, I'm vusele, I'm a trauma.
Yeah.
You see now, because what she's saying is that she felt his private part, lean against hers. That's the violation that she's talking about. I literally felt it. Like so when they were doing that scene, and it was a great scene. So now, girl feels violated. And we can't say she doesn't feel like that because it is an actual feeling that she has. Ukuthi vele, I feel violated. I feel ukuthi ungivusele that trauma naleyo. There's things that she's feeling vele zingekho correct. I understand. But guy on the other end, it wasn't his intention. Like I'd understand maybe it's a girl, maybe we were just chilling, and then I do something like that. But now we are working, we are doing a scene, and then and then she feels violated. Now, how do you handle a case where somebody feels violated, but the other party didn't violate the next person? Because guy, intentionally, she didn't violate the girl. I mean, I don't think the guy violated the girl because we was spanning, there were people around. It wasn't his intention. He was just doing a scene. And then she feels like she's violated. Then how do you resolve it? Because he did apologize on the spot. Okay, I made you feel this way. But now the girl wants a written apology. And a written apology is admission of guilt. How can you admit to something that you didn't even do? Like, it's like it doesn't make sense, Jagim. So
yeah. I think also to give context as well. So like you mentioned that she's been raped before, right? Actually, no, she has twice.
She has
twice.
Okay.
She admitted it because, like I said, I saw the phone call Usfiso made to her on Music Pulse.
Okay.
And she did mention what she had been raped before when she was younger, twice. So there is that whole element of trauma being revoked as well. And then also, again, to give context, so when it comes to the acting industry, right, especially even now, even the scene that they did, normally there's a rehearsal that happens. So whatever scene that we end up seeing on TV, they've rehearsed that. And on top of that, they usually ask both parties, where are they comfortable being touched, right? So a girl who you're going to act a scene with, she can say, hey, I don't like being touched here. And that's discussed before even the rehearsal, before shooting. So you know your boundaries. Right?
Yeah.
So that did happen. So I think it was a thing with even the whole thrusting thing that you're talking about. She says that she did mention that, no, we can go to this level, but please don't thrust me. So Ngati Ubongo, apparently, when he did this scene, at some point he did thrust a little bit, I don't know. But he did thrust, and that's what made her feel violated. Because she instinctively said, I don't want to be thrusted. Okay, cool. She's got a right to feel how she feels.
Yeah.
Ubongo was like, okay, cool. Maybe I didn't realize I did it to that level. And then they asked them, do they want to reshoot? So the girl was like, I don't mind reshooting as long as he doesn't thrust me again. Ubongo at that point was like, nah. I don't want to go there because
he saw good.
Already I can see what the vibe is about it. And then he didn't want to do it. So this is where basically the whole thing goes at now. So my question to you guys is that, do you think he should just apologize and just get it over done with so that it doesn't become a thing? Or do you think he's right by standing to what he's done?
I don't think he should apologize. He did apologize verbally. I don't think he should do the written apology because that's admitting guilt. And that can be also used in court. It can be used against him. When I did this, and then I agree. I don't think he is guilty of Yonalendo Lena. The least he could have done, which he did do, is apologize for making her feel how she felt. So, yeah.
Yeah, because at this point, it becomes like character assassination as well. Because I think also, even, because I saw on social media, a lot of other actresses, they're actually supporting him. And I think maybe it was from a situation where we've worked with this guy before and he's never shown signs of being that kind of person. So I think if it was a little bit different, maybe it could play against him where people I also had an experience with him and it was rough, So I think that's where there's a bit of a disconnection as well. Because now I remember when they asked her, so how are people supporting you? How are people trying to... And she was like, hey, a lot of people... They're not supporting. The only people are supporting me is people who they know me personally, from my family. About KZN, their support structure, But a lot of people, they're not really, especially in the industry.
Do you think? Oh, sorry.
That I would like to maybe just kind of add on. Sometimes ugenza something in fact on a trauma ngayo. It really isn't a good idea. yabona, because you would think ukuthi, yeah, you know what, lento le iyayenzeka, I've gotten over it, but then yabona,
You realize it now.
yabona, kufana nokuthi there's a friend of mine whose dad got shot at some point, yabona. Le outleyana, years passed by. There was a time last kabuntwana, and then the baby ingosi yavala isivalo ngeshort, isivalo oh, the time amfethu lapha yabona wambona ukuthi yo yabona.
Yeah.
So my point in saying that is, why is she allowing herself to naye ukuthi ayenze isine kanje, of which whereby she'll get triggered? I'm not saying ukuthi she's wrong, yabona, for ukufeel violated. She feels violated. That's fine. That's yabona.
Yeah.
That's how she feels.
Because
But yabona, why are you putting yourself in a position where this thing will actually trigger you and remind you? Yabona.
Yeah, because
Uvume because ufuna imali, uvume because you want to be in the movie. I think kumele ngabe uyicabangile through lento le ukuthi ngizoba nescene ezongikhumbuza something that actually happened to me allegedly.
Yeah.
So mina, that's
because
just my thing.
it's
nje
alleged
ukuthi-
nakhona ukuthi there was a stunt double that she refused to take. Yabona. I'm not sure how true that is, yabona, but it's something I also heard.
It's very true. And also, the stunt double was a couple of months pregnant as well. So I think the reason why she insists on doing it, because somehow you would see that she's pregnant, or the stunt double is pregnant, even though she's supposed to be doubling her. So there was a stunt double situation.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think intent is important in these type of scenarios? Because it was never his intent to do that. Is it something that should be put into perspective when these things are discussed? As an example, maybe let's say I'm reaching out to get my glass, then kanti ngithinte indunu girl mistake while I'm reaching for my glass, and then she feels violated because of that. Should it not be put into consideration? No, I was just reaching out for my glass, and not how she feels, Gaku. I understand.
Yeah. Oh, eh.
No, you know,
Let me let you answer.
It's a very tricky one, especially in the climate that we live in, the times we live in, the how women's voices are so heightened to a point where, I mean, niggas are in jail right now because of such situations, right? So it's a very difficult one, man. It's like, it's a tough one to answer. So that's even as a man, dude. It's like, you always have to now have proof. Make sure that at least there's somebody who can say, Umbonile must go to, you know what I mean? Now you have to have extra evidence just so that you can have, so that your story can be solidified. Go to, this is actually what happened. Because when it's your word against hers, 90% of the time you're going to lose.
Yeah.
The woman's always believed.
So do you think it's usually wise? Because I've seen a lot of guys lately ukuthi into abayenzayo now is like bayavidorizer during the deed. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people would usually vidorize either also share camera on while the deed is happening, or yabona kuzoba ne-consent ukuthi let's videorize ourselves, yabona, so that when these things come back and lo muntu loyo abe yabona, hey, you did this to me.
Two wrongs don't make a right, but as long as there's consent, I think they should go for it. But if you wanna go to video evidence, then by all means, shoot straight. But niggas should be very careful, bruh. Because even with this situation and this one, if you can look on social media, the Purple Gang, they won't even have this discussion. They won't even consider a lot of facts as Katniss by. They will just say, the guy did it. Without even looking at the facts. Even with the guy in Joba, with all this evidence, there were people around, there's footage, there's but still, they say
There's
that.
some question,
So imagine if there's none of that, and imagine now if there's a character assassination of you. Abantu now they looking at you ngendlela different. They saying all these things about you, where your intent was never to do that thing. You were just working nje cha. But then now it turned kuwe. Good man, umuntu opeta. Yabo. So nje mina all I can say ukuthi amajidak kumele
Another
azibheke.
question engifuna ukunibuza yona ne. And I'm not taking anything from her. Do you think this thing has a bit of like cloud chasing, Nyana?
You could say that, considering how it is, or the level it's at now.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of cloud chasing. And then obviously she might argue that she's trying to, because I remember when Sfiso asked her, with everything said and done, what is it that you want to get out of this thing? Obviously she mentioned the apology part, but then also she said that she wants also a situation where there has to be independent coordinators on sets who are not linked to production companies, because usually they feel like the people, especially who do the intimacy scenes, the ones who are overlooking that whole thing, usually they get provided by the production company. So if it's an independent one, it means they're probably governed by some union, or they're governed by external things outside of the production, so that at least they're not influenced in terms of what they say, whatever the case may be. I think like that's one of the stuff that she mentioned. But look, when it comes to celebrities, it'll always come across as clout, because a lot of voices now start being vocal, the statements that have to be put now on social media. And but with her, she says it's more about awareness. It's more about, again, wanting more people to be more aware. And she might argue that maybe she also wants to educate the new actresses who are coming to the industry on how to conduct or stuff that can happen to you on set.
As in ebuhlungwini, ama production company ngeke afuna ukuspana naye manje. It's going to be hard to get, something, as much as she has her own justifications. The industry is another monster. Engafuni.
If it makes it difficult for them to work, then angeke vele. Yabona, and another thing, who's gonna pay for that as well? Yabona, where's the money gonna come from? Unless if you are gonna come with your own, then alum who's gonna do that, then maybe. But then there's a lot of actors. She's replaceable, this girl. Yabona. We can rather find somebody else as you. I'll trust her, and then angeke sneaking king so angeke avuka amatrom into nyana ezinjani. Yeah, I understand.
No, but I think she's well aware of that's how the industry is, which is why she hasn't acted in a while. Dude, I remember.
But
that's the thing. I think you need to know such things if you're in the industry. It's almost like the music industry as well. Music's a little bit different. But acting and stuff, if you're gonna say you're gonna come out with, you must just know you're gonna get blackballed on every angle. In most cases, from producers, because people got influence either way.
Yeah.
So, because I think the production is Bomb.
Yes.
I think Bomb is a huge production
big.
company. I mean, they did Hizo, they did Abu. Zone 14, all those big productions. Ishaka Ilambe as well,
yeah.
So people who fuck, we love this production show. So if they're already having an issue with an actress who says 1, 2, 3, then Tina, who are not even as big as Bomb, we're cooked.
It's sad.
No,
it's a very
sad,
tricky
but
situation, but I just wishing she would have just kept it yabona. Because manje nayo ntanga, can you imagine ukuthi ufila kanjani?
It's gonna change him forever. Forever, it's not gonna be the same person anymore, bro.
And can you imagine sebayabiza next time for another production and they want you to do maybe a scene, a sexual scene?
The trauma now.
Yeah, trauma, obvious.
Traumatized
Lento le angisafuna abantu bangibheke kanjalo, because what if something like this resurfaces again? Of which maybe inkunzi yamasina kanje.
Eish.
Yabona. And
Mara, what do you think about these type of scenes? As Vetumina, personally, I don't like them, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with my kids. Spugele the series. Next thing you know, these people are undressing.
Yeah.
They are doing all these type of things. I think they are unnecessary. I mean, personally, I think it would be okay if we don't have any sex scenes on movies, sex scenes on series, in this in You understand?
But now they might find a situation where, I mean, like adulting. I don't know if you guys have watched it.
I've watched it.
Yeah, then somebody can hear you say that, like, no, okay, fine, then don't watch it. So we like those things.
But then now,
and also, that's why there's age restriction on.
I can understand where he's coming from.
I know.
Now,
Yes. I also understand.
yabona into my sexual scenes up higher.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily watch it all the time. I end up missing on the whole thing because of sometimes you are with your kids. Upegile something and then boom.
Look, man, I would like to. And I'm playing devil's advocate here because I've heard people have this conversation online before, and it's the simplest thing of people saying that, okay, fine, then watch something else, or don't watch said series with your kids. Watch
Marama and Akona. Look at, as an example, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is not dope because of those sex scenes that it has.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
You've never watched it. You can watch it.
You've never watched Game of Thrones?
If would you not enjoy it without?
I definitely would.
You would.
I definitely
So
would.
they are unnecessary, in my opinion. I don't know why
But they
would.
get the most views in fact. Yabona mangathi uthatha ubheke
Yeah.
adulting.
Yeah, they do. Look,
Ama-sex scenes
I
ayenzi
think
into
there's
mfethu.
something to be said with raw content, right? And I think that's why people gravitate to, which is why podcasts mostly are a huge thing because they feel like people are being real. You don't have to be censored yourself. You can cuss if you feel like cussing, if that's the kind of show you're doing. You can just be raw and be authentic. And people gravitate to that. And unfortunately, I can say that's the same with sex. People are having sex out there.
But don't you think it's a bit too much, bro? Pela, dog, I remember when we were growing up, bro.
Yeah.
Tits. Oh, bro. Seeing tits meant, I don't know, the world.
I will mean you right.
It's like it was something that was so rare. You didn't see it as much.
Yeah.
Even the first time I saw a vagina, it was a vagina that was drawn by a guy from our class. Asithengisa, he saw it from Ngazus Banban, Gupi, Asbodisa. When we were kids. Nas. You see, so now, dog, Pelabati now, a 12-year-old has seen more naked bodies than an 18th century king. Bro,
Well, that's
man.
because of access, right?
Because of that access. So I feel like it's a bit too much, bro. No mabonge nagu social media. It's ass all over the place, bro. I
Instagram
understand.
is worse, yo.
Yeah, bro. And then now, like there's people like us. I mean, I don't want to see those things. Dog. Honestly speaking, I don't like seeing them. Yeah, I understand. So but you have to watch something else.
Yeah.
What the hell? Something else like what? Disney? Disney?
You're gonna have to,
Come
I mean,
on.
Or
that's up to you and your
uyolalisa
household.
abantwana before watch these things. Bazokutshela kanjani.
Look, man, the access is crazy right now, dude. I mean, porn is literally free now.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you used to have to get a VHS cassette,
Magazine.
you magazine, Abu Hasla, all those things, just to even see anything like now. Your phone, man, everything's here. It's even worse than before.
Yo, bro.
You know,
And then now it's people are overstimulated. Mina ngibona ngathi because of this very thing, it's these issues vele siwafisayo, dog. Ash, I don't even wanna say na lento yenzeke recently, bruh. Fuck. Where kids are doing the most crazy things. Dog.
Benzani.
There's a kid who's like 10 years old, 10, 11. Bamshiye nomntana mfethu omncane laphayana, umntana ona 2 years. Umntwana took ifoni ka-aunt wakhe, then he started shooting himself. Azishuta mfethu uvukela lokho abeka i-45 lakhe phezu kwencosi nento ezinjalo. You understand? So these things,
man.
even for the fact of ukuthi he takes a phone to take a footage of that thing. He saw it somewhere. But like what's happening in his brain? It's like moshagele. You understand? So it's just bad. Yeah,
So
I don't
you
like this.
do
thing.
think Vele our like society is overstimulated?
No, man, I do think so. I do think so, Mvana. Comparing it to when we were growing up. No,
yeah.
when we were growing up, I don't think there were this type of stimulation that people had. Because even now, abantu bethu, there's abonompopi, like sex dolls. I've seen niggas who go internet. They literally make love to dolls, my nigga. You understand?
Oh yeah, I've seen on, I
Imagine.
thought it was on Facebook.
Hey, mfethu. And then now the sad thing is that there's scarcity because it's not every guy who can get a girl.
Yes.
But nabo girl, they are stimulated in a sense of bafuni out as they know. We have to have a certain status. Now, guys, imagine the overstimulation of the things you're seeing on social media. Best the scarcity of not able to let those feelings out.
Yeah.
And then you're feeling like that all the time. To such an extent, would some of them even go as far as getting dolls to make themselves feel better and release themselves. So imagine.
May I pose this one more question before? Why ungayi endaweni la bavule iphaza khona uyothenga vele?
Ashnota, that's a good question.
Because if you are overstimulated, why ungavele uthatha 60 rand yakho yeka wool for real?
My cousin.
And uyothenga.
Cousin yami dog, he was like that. And which of I understood at the end of the day, because Beanga told you fuck all.
Because I'm like, what the hell is Jay telling my shit?
No, dog. But he was like that, dog. He bought and bought and bought. That's whenever he feels like, you know what, I feel some loving, I want some loving and things like that, he knows where to go. Amana zeleda, I figure astashe abe grand. I've had niggas, ekas, I'm sure they've told you the story, Guti. Niggas ngabaqova ngabastashela nabo ndoda bangitshela bathi mfethu it's bad, dog. It's bad. It's been like years, my nigga, since I've ever felt a warmth of a woman, dog. Please make a plan for us.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And you know what's
Baba is ngabaqinisa kanjani, dog? What do they feel great? And
I think strange thing.
They were so excited. So they have to make sure we go all in now. So they went all in, Baba Mnan. Now understand? So
and like even rich people are like that. Like wouldn't have time to share. I mean, Uriah spoke about that as well.
Yeah.
But like, dude, the shilling thing, man, it's so tedious now. Get your shit done, pay, gone, move on. No follow-ups.
But anyway, Mvana, any last thoughts for today before Sivara?
I don't have any last thoughts. Ngati Viva Orlando Pirates.
Oh, Pambi.
Yeah. Umuzo mnyama sibashayile. I'm looking forward to the World Cup, and that's all.
Yeah. All right. All I can say is that Asanganin like Oneni to celebrate the win.
Shout out to Ekoneni, man.
Shout out to Ekoneni. Shout out to those, the owner of this place, for letting us shoot this over here. Guys, for those that don't know, Mhlambe, Ekoneni is a place like Chilwakona. They do sell food. It's not only soccer.
The best food.
Yeah, the best.
I love the food here.
Yeah, the Bane cuisine yabo nje. I'm sure you can check the menu out, and they do have a Facebook page. Ekoneni, but just check out the Ekoneni on Facebook. Yeah, Ekoneni bottle store. Yeah. I don't know why I'm like forgetting that. Then
a liquor store or a bottle store. Ekoneni something. Yeah.
The one thing that's nice about this place is you can come out, hang out here, and then uyotenga utshwala ngale liquor store. It's almost the same prices as tops, you know, your Pick and Pay or whatnot.
Yeah.
So you're actually getting value for your money, because you'll still also have some delicious foods and whatnot. There's a cocktail bar. on days where there's matches, guys, you should check out this place. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I have to say about it. Koni.
Awesome, man. The headlines are what?
The headlines are messy. The truth is simple.
It is what it is.
The headlines are messy. The truth is simple. It is what it is.
And we out.
Our way.
Sure.